Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining me today. We're going to talk about Vault SafetyDocs and these 6 processes: the PSMF management, PVA or PV contract related management, signal detection workups or risk management plans, as well as the aggregates on the far right, beginning to create, edit, author, review, and approve the aggregates within our system, as well as literature management review, and also general safety content management. So without further ado, let's get started. Okay, so what I've done is I've logged into Vault SafetyDocs, and I've gravitated toward the first use case, the most mature use case, the pharmacovigilance system master file. Under this area, we'll see a couple of key attributes, and that being that we closely follow GVP Module 2, not only with sections 1 through 7, annexes A through I, but also an automated logbook capability. And what that looks like is that Vault SafetyDocs prepares a binder template, which allows you in a matter of moments to just pick a template and all these yellow virtual folders fill in. Of course, you would create your documents and slot them in. So this is a mechanism now to track everything that's within your PSMF, and at a moment's notice, if you're ever audited, to be able to generate one overarching document that has everything from the table of contents all the way through the sections 1 through 7, the annexes A through I, all the way to the automated logbook, and be able to present that either internally or externally to an auditor. So that's PSMF. Let's maneuver to our next use case and scenario for PVAs. So yes, let's pivot into the Vault SafetyDocs PV agreement side of our equation here. Being able to host and house all the different agreements between yourselves and other parties, things like PVAs, SDEAs. Yes, those physical documents exist, but now you have a record that stipulates what is the nature of this agreement, with whom, for how long, and basically outlines not just documents, but all the data elements that are necessary to have oversight over your contracts. The most important thing about the PVAs and SDEAs and contracts that we have are, what are we obligated to do? Who's doing it? When is it due? Vault SafetyDocs gives you a mechanism to stipulate, it's based on wording and clauses and task instructions, but ultimately there are activities and obligations that state who is doing what, that we could have oversight over, and inviting those other parties, as well as also having the ability to house those deliverables directly in the system. So that's a little bit about PVAs and contracts. Let's move over to our next scenario. Our next scenario in the Vault Safety platform is around aggregate and periodic report writing. As you can see, Vault Safety is capable of generating the line listings. However, it's in conjunction with using Vault SafetyDocs that we can actually write the aggregate or periodic from end to end. And what I mean is the capability to use workflow to your advantage in staying abreast and on top of writing those aggregates. And these aggregates themselves have a templatized mechanism for writing all the different sections of the document. So you might have users that are assigned to writing Appendix 1, and these are physical documents that have their own workflow and users that are assigned. Ultimately, what we're responsible for is packaging all that up and sending it out to our regulatory RIM tool. And that's just 2 vaults working harmoniously together to send that published submission off to the authority and then receive that date back, which is communicated here. So as you can see, a lot of value in writing the aggregates and periodics and working in conjunction with other vaults in the Vault ecosystem. The next use case within SafetyDocs is we provide you the capability to handle literature reviews and literature articles. Let's imagine for a moment that you're able to search against different repositories, let's say ProQuest, Embase, PubMed, whatever they may be, for certain events, for certain products, for example, thereby giving you a preponderance of articles that you found. We're able to load in these articles all in one foul swoop. So we received one document, an RIS file. We could upload it and have 983 articles that we would then have a process whereby we assign via workflow the ability for those that do this kind of work to review the actual citations, the abstract, and provide a sense of an outcome to the article itself. And within that outcome, being able to say, I found a number of cases, we've confirmed ICSRs, and be able to create those inside the Vault Safety system. Now, one last thing that we also do is that within these articles themselves, we provide a translation capability. So if you were to open up one of these articles and realize, okay, It's been written in a certain language, perhaps Spanish. We have the capability by using a call out to something like an Amazon Translate to translate that from Spanish into English. So thereby giving you a lot more power within the literature concept and scenario inside of Vault SafetyDocs. So as we round out the last of our scenarios, let's talk a little bit about signal management, maybe risk management plans, and realistically any document for that matter. Vault SafetyDocs can house all these different scenarios. This one in particular, perhaps you've been searching against signal tools to find a potential signal, GVP Module 9, if you will. Being able to say that we looked in different repositories for different event combination and product combinations. We looked in Evidos, our safety database. Maybe it's FAIRS, maybe it's Vigibase, but we found certain product event dispositions that required our attention, sort of the qualitative analysis, if you will. Vault SafetyDocs gives you that mechanism to summarize that key data and provide valuable documents for compliance reasons. So the ability to create your signal workup, as well as any risk management plans that are associated, giving you a mechanism to create, edit, author, review, and approve those documents. Lastly, I want to bring your attention to the Vault SafetyDocs dashboard and reporting capability, both native and point and click inside the application. With all those great scenarios that we talked about, this is the one area we then have compliance and oversight, whether it be any kind of document inside of Vault SafetyDocs. We talked about the aggregates. We talked about pharmacovigilance system master file, as well as those PV contractual related documents. This area gives you that ability to point and click, drill down into each and every scenario, look at all the data elements, and drill right down to the document or record, export it, share it with your colleagues, put it on a schedule. Thanks for spending the last 6 or 7 minutes with me. I hope you found it informative, and please reach out to your local Veeva representative if you have more questions. Thanks and bye.